everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well out there. It's Sam Jacobs. You're listening to the Sales Hacker Podcast and to Friday Fundamentals, where we're going to bring back this week's guest, which is Kim Rose, VP of Customer Success and Support at Buildium. And we're going to ask a targeted question. The question is going to be about how to scale a customer success organization in hypergrowth mode. Now, before we do that, we want to make sure that we thank our corporate overlords and the people that put food on the table, and also make sure that all of our sequences are driving high engagement. Of course, that company is Outreach. Outreach triples the productivity of sales teams and empowers them to drive predictable and measurable revenue growth. By prioritizing the right activity and scaling customer engagement with intelligent automation, Outreach makes customer-facing teams more effective and improves visibility into what really drives results. Now, we've got Kim Rose back on the show. Kim, happy Friday. We want to ask you this question. What are your top strategies for scaling a customer success organization when you're in hyper-growth mode at a startup?
Thanks, Sam. So I think there are a couple of things that come to mind. It's obviously a very timely conversation for us as we are doing exactly that here at Buildium. The first thing I would say is make sure organizationally you agree on what success looks like and what is the scope and charter of the customer success team. I think we have talked a little bit about the fact that it's a little bit different at each organization, and how you go about attacking what success looks like is dependent upon making sure the entire team, and that's inclusive of the team who's doing the job, the exec team, the sort of the board, everybody who's involved. We want to make sure that aligning on what success looks like is really an important factor, and that misalignment can throw some wrenches into the process. The second thing I would say is the most important cross-functional bit is staying aligned across product, sales, and marketing, and really doing that to ensure that the voice of customer isn't lost. I think we spend a lot of time talking about our voice of customer, and what I mean by that is what's the feedback that we're getting from our customers? Are we continuing to build in the right direction? Are we continuing to draw in customers who will ultimately be successful? So building a voice of customer program that aligns sales, marketing, and product with the customer success and customer facing organization is really, really critical. And then I think the third piece that we have been lucky enough to have, and I don't think this necessarily exists across everyone, but the third piece is if you can get a dedicated operations or analyst person on your team from a customer success ops perspective, that's really important to be able to keep a pulse on the data. What is the data telling you? It helps you know when you need to scale, when you need to change or potentially pivot your strategy. If people are getting overloaded, if people are getting, if you don't have enough coverage, if you're starting to fall behind on any of the leading indicators that suggest that your customers are not being as successful as they used to be, then that's a really pivotal thing to pay attention to. And so for us, we have a dedicated ops analyst, and he is crucial to making sure we know when to scale and when to add more folks, or when to pivot directions on strategy for how to handle it. When are we ready to bring in tech to help automate processes? And so those are sort of my top three that have been really top of mind lately.
Do you use a customer success management platform, the equivalent of like a CRM? Do you use one of those companies?
We don't, and that's been a big debate, I think, in the customer success ecosystem. Certainly here in Boston, we talk about it a lot with my customer success peers. We have built out all of our processes within Salesforce, and so triggers and alerting on when, and reporting on how you reach out, when you reach out, what the playbook is. It's all captured within our Salesforce ecosystem. We talk a lot about the fact that we can and want to lean into more automation. We have a customer marketing team here at Buildium, which is excellent because they are building out customer lifecycle marketing campaigns and helping us with automation there. But we're talking about it for 2020. We haven't done it yet. I'm on the fence for whether, how much additional value that will drive for us because we've created our own health score. We've created our own sort of processes and strategies for reaching out and that sort of thing. So I'm on the fence. If anybody has a position on that, I'm happy to talk about it.
Well, I'm sure the CEOs of the companies that build those platforms have a big position on it. Kim, it's been fantastic having you on the show this week. So thank you so much. Remind us of your email address if people want to reach out to you.
Absolutely. It's kim.rose@buildium.com.
Awesome. And folks, if you want to reach out to me, you can. It's linkedin.com/in and then /Sam F. Jacobs. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks to Outreach for sponsoring the show. And we will talk to you next time.
Thanks, Sam.